tale. Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy.
Oh, well, look at there. This is only going to take me a second to fix, folks. Oh, this doggone StreamYard does this to me. And I don't understand why. I don't know. It's something with their settings, just it messes with my blue screen. See if we can. It keeps saying that I should try again and try again. It's just not accepting it. So all of you, please hang tight, and I'm going to get this fixed for the evening. I don't want it to be that goofy blue background. And it does that to me on occasion. I don't know why. So what I got to do is kind of sneak in the back door and try to fix that. We'll see what it does. See what it does. There. I think we're back. I think we're back with the fire. No, we're not. There we are. Now it's still missed. All right, now. Oh. There. No, it's still goofy. Hopefully I can. Is it good? How about the volume? Is that okay? There's no echo. I'm afraid that there's an echo. Yeah. Okay. Hey. Campfire is up and the volume is good. Okay. I'll live with it. It's goofy. Yeah, glitches. So, first one in tonight was J. Ron. He couldn't stick around, but that's my faves from Iowa coming in. And then Kimberly Ferris showed up. That's awesome to see. And there's Justin and Andrews. Rebecca Felter. Sweetie, good to see you. I'm getting this all squared away here, I hope. Metal Music Maniac, good to see you. Brought some hickory wood for the campfire. That's good. Yeah. Bring the firewood. Yeah, you betcha. That's firewood I don't have to split, right? William Bishop, great to see you. Yeah, I'll give everybody an update, William, on where I'm at as of today. Let's see. There's Lawn Dog. Oh, hey, Sty. You're on at prime time here in California, 5 o'clock. Every YouTuber is posting their material. Yeah, ain't that typical? You go on when you go on. And I'm scheduled every Thursday at 7 p.m., so I don't care who else streams. Yeah. Hey, Set on Sign. What's up, Sty, my man? It's good to see you. It is so good to see you. Who else we got? Oh, that's it. I think I got everybody that's out in the chat. I'll tell you, it's been a week. Holy smokes. Yeah. Thanks, Set on Sign. It says thumbs up the video. Yeah, the vid. Awesome. There's Dean, the dancing machine. Hello, Dean. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. I'm going to try to keep this going as long as I can this evening. Sty's feeling a bit down in the weather. I'm trying to keep my spirits up, keep my attitude up, and coming to see you guys, hanging out with you really does help. Hey, David Jones just popped in. It's awesome to see you, David. Yeah, this is the first week out of my chemo radiation therapy where I'm starting to feel actual side effects. The only side effect, there's two that I'm dealing with, and especially today, fatigue, and I've got discomfort in my esophagus. Now the radiation folks say that they call that radiation sunburn. They said it's like having a sunburn but inside. But that's really not how I'm feeling. It's just discomfort. It's like a low toothache kind of. It's not real pain. It's just discomfort. Little difficulty swallowing and eating. But the fatigue got me today. Man, I slept most of the afternoon, napped on the end of the couch, just sat there and zoned out. Fortunately, I right now I've got Running Water's home from out on the road. He got home yesterday, and that was interesting. He messaged me and said, I told him, let me know when you get home. I'll come pick you up where he parks his big truck, you know. And he messaged me and said, I'll be in town in 15 minutes. And I'm bringing a big storm with me. He wasn't kidding. We didn't get any hail here at the house, but they reported 70-mile-an-hour winds and 3/4 inch hail. Oh, look at here. Hey, June Carden, that's great. Says, hi, Sty, and all in the chat, stopping in to say hi and give you a boost, brother. It's rough. I took chemo. Watermelon is best friend. Stay hydrated, buddy. Best wishes. There you go. I was going to touch on that issue, is the hydration side for me. Because of the esophageal cancer, I have fluids build up in my esophagus, and I have to get rid of that fluid. And the only problem is I'll get rid of 2 to 3 cups of fluid. Well, that's 2 to 3 cups of liquids that I've drank throughout the day that I lose. So trying to stay ahead of the dehydration issue can be difficult. I work at it. I just keep working at it. Try to keep as much fluids in me as I can. And I got to keep the calorie count up so that I don't lose any more weight. I got myself up to 167 pounds, and now I'm down to 160. So starting to lose some weight again. Set on sign. I run between 2,800 and 3,400 calories every day, but I still lost about 7 pounds. And so, no, ankles aren't swelling up anymore. No, but I was going to say, so Running Water came home from out on the road. He's home for a week. And today I go for my radiation therapy. Went through my session, and I ran to the store and got my groceries for a week. And I pull in, I grab my groceries out of the truck, and I'm heading to the house. And here's Running Water with his little pooch Beaner sitting out here on the porch. And we talked for a minute. I said, well, I got to get these groceries in the house. He says, when you're in there, make sure to check out the office and take a look. He says, I put a bed in there for you. Well, okay. Our house is a 2-story house. It's got a steep staircase. And hey, we've got Roland, MBA, popped in the house. That is so cool. Hey, Roland, he's working and lurking. Yeah, working and lurking. So I come in the house with my groceries. Now, mind you, this 2-story house, it's got 2 big bedrooms upstairs. And then downstairs, we have the front room that's got my studio in it. We've got the living room. And Running Water has a really nice big office that's quite full. And then we have our big kitchen and the bathroom. That's all that's downstairs. There's no bedrooms down here. The office could be a bedroom, but it's Running Water's office. Well, he told me to check the office because he brought a bed into the office for me. I put the groceries in the kitchen, and I come back in, and I walked into the bedroom. Well, into the office. It's now half of that office is a bedroom. It's got a really comfortable bed, nightstand, everything. I spent the last 2 months literally living in a recliner at the end of the couch. You know, it's a couch with two recliners built into it. One end is mine, one end's Running Water's. And I've spent the last 2 months eat, sleep, and live in that recliner. Every night I slept in that recliner because I can't manage with the fatigue. I can't manage the stairs but once maybe a day. And they're steep. They're very steep. It's 18 to 20 steps or so. And I just couldn't manage it. So I crash on the couch in the recliner. The couch really isn't that comfortable to lay on, but in the recliner it's rather comfortable. But my back was starting to feel it a little bit. But Running Water went and got me a full bedroom set up in the office. I Sorry about that, folks. Here we go again with StreamYard. Real quick, I gotta yell hello. There's Nick Jones. Great to see you, bud. And there's plain old Chuck. He says, I disappeared. And there he was, gone. The camera and sound are off. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. But okay. So anyway, now I've got a bedroom on the main floor of the house. My studio is only about maybe 15 feet from the bed. Not even, well, it's 12 feet from the bedroom door. Living room's right outside the bedroom. Kitchen's off to the side. Bathroom's right there off the kitchen. Everything right here on the main floor, front porch of the house. Man, I go sit out there, sit in the porch chair, take in the fresh air. I've got 2 weeks left, guys. 2 weeks of radiation and chemotherapy. Well, 2.5. I got 2 weeks and 4 days. So I'm way over halfway there. Way over halfway there. And just now, really the last couple of 3 days, starting to feel some discomfort from the radiation therapy. I met with the Mayo Clinic yesterday morning. They really got their hopes up. Right now, we still plan on surgery, but they're not going to even consider putting me under the knife until a minimum of 4 weeks after my last radiation therapy. So I'll have a whole month that I'm not getting any therapy or anything. They prefer to go out 2 months. So if they go out 2 months, that'd be the second week of August before I have my surgery. Then they're talking 6 to 8 weeks recovery from there. That puts me to the end of October. That would have meant I'd be in that recliner at the end of my couch until the end of October. I wasn't looking forward to that. I'm not going to be comfortable to start with after the surgery. My son came up to base and just hit a home run, man. He's got me set up and I'll be able to be comfortable. I'll have a bedroom. It'll be such a world of difference. Such a world of difference. Dr. Smith, it is good to see you, my friend. The yeah, June. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Yeah, they got me on a cranked up regimen. You know, everybody's chemo. Everybody's okay now. The chemo. My ex-wife, she's got stage 4 cancer. Right, mine's stage 3. But my ex-wife, she's on the chemo pump 6 days a week. So she's on chemo every day. I only get chemo on Mondays, but it's a long one. It's a long one. It's a lot of chemo for one day. And I'm usually sick for 3 days after. You know, just out of sorts for 3 days after. The radiation is really what is affecting me. Is I get radiation therapy every day. Every day. I've got 18 days of radiation left. And I get a day off, Memorial Day. Yeah, yeah. I'll get through it. I'm determined anyway. And I'm keeping my spirits up. I'm keeping my attitude up. I find something good in everything, like today. I come home after shopping, feeling pretty doggone fatigued, after therapy, and then wander around the damn store for almost an hour. Got home, lo and behold, I've got a bedroom that I didn't have when I left this morning. He didn't give me a clue. I had no warning whatsoever. And I'm standing out in the yard. I go, "You did not. You don't have to do that." And he said, "I did it while you were gone because I knew you couldn't say no. You couldn't stop me." So God bless him. God bless him for doing that for me. And I get to try it out tonight. Yeah, I get to try it out tonight. Yeah, Dr. Smith, you're so right. He's a good boy. Yeah. He ain't a boy. He ain't a boy anymore. He's my boy, but he ain't a boy. Next week, he turns 46 years old. Yeah. My 46-year-old son taking care of Papa. Oh my gosh, I've got one very sweet lady in the basement. I got to bring her up with me. This, folks, will make my day. There she is.
Howdy.
Hi, Sam.
How are you?
Oh,
Happy
it's so good to Yeah, Thursday. I only got one more day this week of therapy, and then I get the weekend off. So
Good.
yeah, so I get to spend the weekend with running water. We're going to just kind of zone out. It's supposed to be rainy the next couple of days, so we can't do much. We're just going to sit around here and play PlayStation and BS.
Hey, NBA.
Yeah, Rollins in the house. He said he's working and lurking.
Working and lurking.
Working
I'm
and
in the
lurking.
shine shed.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah, I like what he's doing to the shine shed, man. He's getting his studio together. He's really putting some effort into that. Yeah, anybody out there that's not following NBA, get over there and check them out, man. You want to follow them. And you better be following Samantha, because you all know if you ain't, I'll come and haunt you, man. Yeah. Yeah. The So, how did last night go? I missed it.
Good. It went good.
Good.
We
I
had
was
fun.
thinking about you. I couldn't get over there to check it out. I like that open mic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like going to Schwamenhof's. They have a really cool setup there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Peppers. Good to see you. Good to see you, Peppers. Yeah, StreamYard's been giving me nothing but grief tonight for some reason. Keeps negating my blue screen and locking my screen up, and I'd have to reload it. And yeah.
Anne told me to tell you. She said hello.
Oh yeah, and
Hey, Peppers. Hey, Justin.
it's funny. It's funny because Running Water and I were talking. I told him, I said, yeah. I said, if Ann ever says anything about how often she sees me playing Fallout on PS4 online, I'm going to just ask her, well, how often do you play Call of Duty? That girl, she plays that Call of Duty, boy. Yeah, Nick, I can send you one. That's no big deal. Anytime, Nick, you just ask, buddy.
Nick Jones. Come
Nick
on
Jones,
down.
come on down. Yeah. What's behind screen number 3? Nick Jones. Okay, I sent you the link over there in Facebook, Nick. And Roland should know that I don't know, I gotta look. I gotta get him over in my contact list over on Facebook, because now we're friends on Facebook then. So that if he ever wants to come up, Roland's always welcome.
Oh, yeah.
He's always welcome. There's always a slot for him, man. Lawn dog, well, Sty. Oh,
Much
look at that.
love, Lawn Dog. Have a
Cool.
good one.
Usually get my wild caught food about 30 minutes, so I'll be back. Yeah, that's Running Water with his urban hunting. Oh, Ron, you say you appreciate me, man. I tell you what, if you put your appreciation and mine on a scale, I'd outweigh you, man. You make my week, man. If I don't get a dose of you each week, I'm bumming, man. I'm bumming. Yeah, the gals in the radiation department this morning. Halfway through, I yelled out to them. I said, "Where's the Samantha Lees?" And I got to hear, I don't remember which song it was, but I got to hear about maybe a fourth of it at the tail end. And they were, all three of them, just apologizing.
Aw, that's sweet, though.
Yeah. They said, sorry, Sty, we didn't get it in there.
It's no worries.
The
Ouch. They probably
Yeah,
get sick of me over there.
What's that?
I said they'd probably get sick of me over there. I'd get sick of listening to that shit.
Well, I don't know how often they're playing you. I don't really know. I just know that they play you when I come in,
That's sweet.
And I mentioned to him on the way out today, I said, my ex-wife comes in right before me, usually 1 or 2 tables right before me. I said, you've got you've got that playlist and you're playing off of it. Play that Cat's Got Claws when she comes in there.
Terrible. Terrible.
So tomorrow I want to hear if they did, if they got balls. They had enough balls to do it, That, I think it'd be hilarious, man.
They probably laughed when you said that, though. I'm sure.
I'm sure in their back room they're going, "Oh, she'll love this one. Maybe we should announce over the speakers that this one's from Sty." Yeah. Hey, Nick.
Yeah, it's Sty. Hello, Samantha.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah, sorry about before. I can't be doing with that Zoom. It's a load of shit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And see, that's why I'd like to do the StreamYard. But then people like WTF Mike can't join. He didn't join anyway today. So guess what? We're going back to StreamYard unless he says otherwise. And like, hey, I can be here this day. Then I'll do it. But it's, yeah, that was ridiculous.
Hey, Sty.
Yes,
do you want to hear a joke? Do you want to hear a joke?
Oh, well, of course.
Why did God give wives yeast infections?
Go for it.
Why?
So they know what it feels like to have an irritating twat all day.
Did I hit a beep? I think I heard a beep.
Yeah, should have been. Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. Well, you did hear that Adam and Eve, they were in the garden. They went down to the beach, and Eve jumped in the water, and she goes, "Adam, you ought to come in here. It's so comfortable. It feels so good." And all of a sudden, God, boom, shows up, and he goes, "Eve, get out of that water." And Adam looks at God and says, "Why?" And he said, "She's going to make all them animals in there smell like fish." See, I can be as nasty as Nick.
Hey, you want to go? Right, let's think.
Let's think.
Really? Zoom just had a class action lawsuit for stealing info and recording people. What?
Oh, wow. I just had a Zoom doctor's appointment. Well, they can steal whatever we said, man. Well, nothing exciting there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a joke for you.
Well, don't think too hard. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Hey, I like that little picnic table planter holder thing you built, man. Good job.
Yeah, I'm making all them. They all go to the veteran shed that me and a load of veterans are setting up.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I think where I live, there's only one veteran centre where I live in North Wales.
Wow. Only one, huh?
So, yeah, there's this little kid. There's this little kid goes to topless beach with his mum, right? His mum takes the top off, and he goes, "Mum, what are them little dots around your nipple?" And she goes, "Oh, that's Braille, son. Please suck here."
Braille. It's for them blind babies. You're bad. You're bad. That's like little Johnny. He walked in on his mom and dad, right? And mom was on top of dad, just going up and down, up and down. Mom and dad yelling, "Go back to your room, Johnny. You can't come walking into our bedroom like that." Well, so mom and dad are talking. Who's going to go have a talk with that boy, And they decided mom would. Well, mom goes in and says to Johnny, she says, "I'm sorry you saw that." And he goes, "What were you doing?" And she says, "You know that big belly of your dad's?" And he goes, yeah, he's got that big belly. And she says, I do that to try to flatten out his belly. He goes, don't waste your time, Mom. The babysitter blows it back up the next day anyway.
What?
You caught that, Sam?
Colin yelling for me.
Oh.
I like that one. I do like that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sty's being terrible tonight.
Yeah. There's this little kid who goes running up the stairs and he goes, Mum, can I have a shower with you? Yes, son. And she goes, so he jumps in and he looks up, looks down. Mum, what are they? Oh, that's me bush and headlights, son. Oh, okay. So comes the following night, runs upstairs. Dad, can I jump in the shower with you? Yes, son. So he looks down and goes, Dad, what's that? Oh, that's me snake, son. And he's like, oh, okay. Comes the night time. And he's there screaming his head off, runs to his mum and dad's room. And he's banging on the door. Mummy, Daddy, I've had a nightmare. Can I jump in the bed with you? Yes, son. So he jumps in the bed. And they're, getting up to hanky-pankying. And he lifts up the covers and he goes, hey, your mum, you better turn on your headlights. A snake's going into the bush.
That's bad. Yeah. Hey, Joe, it's good to see you there, Joey. Awesome. Bunch of great folks hanging around tonight. Yeah, I was really disappointed. Our grass out here in our yard is getting so damn tall. I pulled in after my treatment today and running water, and the dog's out there, Beans, walking around on that tall grass. And I yelled to Bean, I said, if I can get that fucking lawnmower running, I said, you won't be tickling your balls when you come out here anymore. The grass is so damn high.
Have you actually tried getting one of them push trimmers?
The what?
A grass trimmer.
Yeah.
And you can actually push it along like a lawnmower.
Oh. It's got the string on the front. Yeah, we got those over here. I think Toro makes a good one.
Still sells them because I've bought one.
But no, I think Toro has one too. I had one, but that had two steel cables on it with these little carbide teeth, and that was for brushing, but I always wondered, I wonder what that would be like if it had like the whips on it, to mow grass with. Hey, Roman's in the house. Great to see you, Roman. Hey, brother. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing real well. Yeah, I got a GT 5000 Craftsman riding mower. Only problem is my youngest boy left it sit out all winter, and I just got to get out there, do oil change, and I got the battery topped off, ready to go, but of course the cable ends got to be pulled and cleaned and everything gone through on it, fresh air filter, everything. Get her fired up. I'll do that Monday. The weather's supposed to be good on Monday. The boy Roman's being so polite and formal there. Hello, Miss Ferris. Hope you had a great birthday. Yes, we all hope she had a great birthday. Miss Ferris. Roman, you're so proper when you want to be.
Roman, you're an ass kisser.
There, now that sounds more like Roman. Hi, Justin. How they hanging? Yeah. Yeah. No, I was all excited. Running water coming home. We'll get out in the yard and get some things done before he leaves. We're gonna have maybe one day we can spend in the yard next week. I'm hoping we can get the new fire pit put in because then in the evenings I can go out there and we got so much brush and wood sitting out here. And there's a wood splitter I want to buy. I think I'll do that early next month, buy that wood splitter. Um, but I want to work in this yard so damn bad. But the weather, it was nice for a week. And now the weather's going to shit, and so am I. So I just ain't got a lot of energy. So I figure with me and running water, it's like 1.25 people out there doing stuff. So I hate to put him to work at all when he comes home. The little bit of time he gets off.
Yeah, I'll check messages, Sty.
I see you sent a photo.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek here. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Oh, they're absolute beasts, them, all of them.
Yeah, that Aaron's is a good machine too. In fact, before I retired, my last snowblower was a big Aaron's, and boy, was that bugger! That thing was nasty. Well, the thing cost me $68 with the window I busted in the neighbor's house with it. Snow blowing away, and you know what I broke that window with?
Well,
a great big old piece of dog shit went up through the snowblower, right through the neighbor's window. Hey,
like,
Roman, my friend. Oh,
Hey,
man, thank you for coming up, bud.
Speaking of a
Hello,
big old
Roman.
piece of dog shit, Roman pops in.
Hey, Roman, right here. We're talking about a big piece of dog shit coming through the window, and Roman comes walking through the room. Yep.
That figures story of my life.
Yeah.
How you doing, Sty?
A little rough around the edges today, but otherwise, I'm not bitching. I ain't gonna bitch, man. I've been through worse. I've been through a lot worse. So no, I ain't got nothing to bitch about. I got nothing.
Well, what's the matter with you, Sty?
Well, you do know I have stage 3 esophageal cancer, right, Nick?
Shit.
Yeah, I actually finished my 3rd week of chemo and radiation therapy. Well, I finished my 3rd week tomorrow. Then I've only got 18 days of therapy left, and then I'm done for about between 1 and 2 months, and then they're going to do surgery, and they're going to remove what's left of that cancer. And they're still saying they got my hopes up yesterday, and thank God the doctor's cool about it. They're so fucking honest with me, and that's what I like. Just be honest. The doctor said, we're at the point now looking at it. He says 3 weeks from now, we're going to do another PET scan, and that's where they really look at the detail of the cancer. And he said, but your progress today, he said, right now, there's a 25% chance we won't even do surgery. He says, it's very possible. He said, it's very possible we may have you in full remission before your surgery. So he said, if we can do that, he said that's what he wants, because he said the surgery is so invasive that they got to do. So tough as a hickory knot in a burl. Yeah. Stupid as no, I ain't going to go down that road.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's life. I'm 65 years old.
Hey, Sty, just to let you know.
Yes, sir.
I'm still gonna take the piss out of you and call you a grumpy old fucker.
Well, you better, man. That's what makes me happy. I keep telling everybody, people that have started treating me differently, like they're using a soft hand with me. I jump right down their throats, man. I tell them, don't you treat me any different than you did a year ago or 5 years ago. I'm the same damn person. I'm this. I want people to be real. I don't want them to, I appreciate the sympathy, but don't over sympathize. You know what I mean? Hey, JCT, sweetheart, good to see you, girl.
Well, anybody that's seen you cutting that, what do you cut out of the trees? That sugar or
Shaga.
Shaga.
Yeah.
Anybody that's seen you doing that shit and has heard the stories about that knows how tough you are. So, we ain't gonna back down from that.
Well, I tell folk, I tell them, it's, the true definition is of tough is too stupid to know you're going to get hurt doing that shit. And that's the way I am. It was just
or it's
a
for
a week ago. I was out hiking and I fell at a waterfall and I come with it. My left foot was in the fucking waterfall. I mean, if I would have slid another 6 inches, that some bitch would have been up to my knee. It would have drugged me right. That the waterfall was running so hard, would have drugged my ass right downstream with it. But that's no different than it would have been, like I said, a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't quit living, and I don't take caution with life. I just want to live life, man. Yeah, Gen X and boomers are badasses. I don't consider myself a badass. I consider myself a fucking. I can be quite the. I get emotional. I get. I can be quite the softy at times. I ain't no badass. I just won't take shit. That doesn't take a badass. Just takes somebody that likes people that are real and serious.
No, but Sty, but over there in the UK, we call you. You're like me mum. You're a stubborn old fucker.
Well, that's like Cheesehead Chris.
No, chewing my bed.
If he sees me in the public, I can be a whole city block away, and he'll yell out, "Hey, you old fucking curmudgeon!" Yeah, I'm an old curmudgeon. That's all I am. Grumpy old fucker. That's yeah, and he knows the grumpier you get me, the funnier it gets.
No, I got really upset yesterday. I actually got kicked off a stream for being honest.
You being honest on a stream? Well, that's it.
Yeah, I was honest.
What else would they expect? You don't never know when to hold your tongue. Come on.
No, there's some bloke sitting there, my back's hurting. What do you think I should do? And I go, well, lose some weight then, you fat twat. You won't have a bad back. And then he kicked me out.
Whoa. What?
What a pussy.
Did you really say that, though?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, you would have loved it, Nick. I had my grandson spend part of a summer with me when I had the wilderness camp, and we went into a local town, and it's a big tourist trap. All the tourists show up. That town's got like 500 fucking people that live in it, but all summer there's 10,000 freaking people. Well, I had to drive this gal to the store, and I brought my grandson with, and my grandson at the time was like 13, 14 years old. And we're standing out by my truck while she's in shopping, and we're just watching these tourists walk down the sidewalk. Well, there's this great big son of a bitch. God, he was big. He was about 6'4", but he weighed about 480 pounds. I mean, this boy was just as big around as he was tall. He was huge. And he's got the cutest little brunette gal next to him. Just sweet looking chick, boy. And right between the two of them is this little ginger kid with more frickin' freckles than you ever seen. And they're walking towards us. And my grandson, he goes, well, look at those people. They look awful happy. Well, yeah, all three of them got big smiles on their face. And that guy who comes walking up close, gets close to me, and he looks at me and he smiles at me. I don't know where it came from, but I said, you wouldn't be fucking smiling if you finally woke up and realized that ain't your kid. I'm sorry. I did. I said it.
Wow. Okay.
I'd shit my pants if I were you.
The look on his
upset.
was priceless, but the look on her face was pure fucking gold.
Oh, wow.
The look on her face was like that stranger just hit the nail on the head. And my grandson looks up at me and he goes, well, do you think anybody believes I'm your grandson? My grandson's black.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the two of us are standing out there, and me and my grandson. Oh, yeah, right. That's your grandson, all right. But no, I just couldn't help it. I just went and said it. This happy couple, my ass. Either he is just butt blind, stupid, or something, because that ain't his kid. That was not his kid. And it was just the right day at the wrong time to run into the wrong person, the person that's going to just say what he sees. I just said it.
Well, I hope you took your cart to the cart return that day.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a respectful person. I'm not going to leave my cart in the parking lot.
At least you've got that to fall back on.
You bet. They're nothing worse than cart dings in somebody's car,
Right.
But yeah, I've been known for that in the past. Just come right out and say shit, I just to the person I'm thinking about, with friends, I don't have to worry about it because we talk all the time, and yeah, we just say shit the way it is. But it's these strangers, and then my grandson says, you better hope you never run into that guy again. And I looked, and they were getting into this SUV, and the son of a bitch had Delaware plates on it. I go, I'll never see that son of a bitch again. We're in northern Wisconsin. I said, that son of a bitch ain't never coming back here again. I said, especially now that he thinks Wisconsinites are too honest, That's, Wisconsin's a cheese state, that it was a little cheesy that I informed him that that's not his kid. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was able to be that open and honest with people at work. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
There's people at work that need to hear it, and they don't. Like, I just want to lay it on them, and I can't do it. It's like, fuck.
That was my whole freaking career where with staff, there was very few times I could just really just come out and say, well, when I'm giving them a pink slip, then I can come out and say something. But otherwise, you just don't dare, you just don't dare go there. And you just like, son of a bitch, that person really needs to hear it. God, I got to say so. Oh.
Yeah, like, you're a worthless motherfucker. You don't ever step up. You don't ever take charge of fucking anything. You're a fucking piece of shit. I don't even understand why you're working here. You don't deserve a paycheck. I should be your fucking manager so I could fire you tomorrow, but I'm not your manager, and I don't want to be your fucking manager because I wouldn't want to manage a person like you to begin with.
In the first place, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The frustration. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh. Look at here. We got a basement dweller. Boom. Hey.
What's going on?
Hello, mate, you fat wanker.
I didn't even see Nick up there. I wouldn't even came up here.
I
Oh,
was
fuck off,
surprised.
then.
I was surprised. I mean, come up here with Nick, that's putting yourself out there, man. Hey, you've been working your ass off this week, bud.
I just came in from outside because it got dark, so now I'm down here for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I've been doing about
Yeah.
14 hours a day for the last few weeks.
I've been keeping tabs on you, bud. I've been keeping tabs on you, and I watch you and I go, son of a bitch, if I could have just maybe a tenth of his fucking ambition today, I could get something done myself.
You don't want it. Phone still goes off. See that? Yeah, but it's been crazy busy.
Well,
So when am I getting me mug then, Mike?
What?
When am I getting me mug?
You ain't getting shit.
Well, fuck off then. You fat miserable twat.
I'll give it to your sister next time I see her. She can bring it to you.
I've got an e-way
Mike.
smug.
Yeah, I got one.
I got one. I got all my mugs are all packed away. They're upstairs. I ain't got the fucking ambition to carry them down to the studio. I got an e-way smug. But then I also got a urinal and a bedpan, and I got some real fancy shit from with that mug. And about an hour and a half of unwrapping it all.
And you even got a surprise in the mug.
Yes, that was a surprise, man.
I'm not listening to that.
It was really funny. So I'm talking to this gal. She's a doctor with the Mayo Clinic, right? I got a video appointment with the Mayo Clinic, and she's the first one that comes up. Well, the administrator, Nick dropped, but the administrator of this appointment lines everybody up, says, yeah, this is the next person coming on, going to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. So he introduces her, and she's going to come up. She was muted on her side. She didn't realize that he was pulling her up. She was supposed to be the second person I talked to, not the first. And he pulled her up, and he had her muted. He unmuted her, and she's going, well, who fucking ever told her she could fucking do that shit? Son of a bitch,
Perfect.
She says, she goes, you go to fucking college for 6 goddamn years to become a doctor, an MD. You should fucking have your head out of your ass. I'm sitting there with the shocked look on my face.
That's
And then
hilarious.
she looked up at the camera and saw the look on my face, and she goes, please tell me you did not hear that. I said, I didn't hear none of that. What the fuck? And I didn't hear none of that. She was so fucking embarrassed. I loved it, man. She was ripping some fucking intern's ass. It was some fresh intern they had there.
That's how you get to know somebody real quick, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That little bit of the behind the scenes, man. Yeah.
So true.
And I did tell her after the end of our discussion, and we're talking about a lot of my medical history and shit. At the end of our conversation, I told her, I said, will I be working with you again? She said, when you come down for your pre-op and your surgery, I'm going to be right there. I'll be in the operating room with the surgeon. And I said, good. You make damn sure you're on the schedule, because I like you. You're that
You're
right.
fucking doing it wrong. God,
Don't fucking do that. Yeah. You might be the fucking surgeon, but that's stupid. Yeah, I want her in the room. You're damn right. And she was so honest with me. She said, "You'll be seeing me every day during your in-hospital recovery." They figure it could be up to 2 weeks before they discharge me. But she said, "I'll be in your room 2-3 times a day during that recovery." And she said, "And you need to be aware, I don't take any shit." She said, "You're going to recover." She says, "You're going to be walking out of this place feeling a lot better than you walked in." I said, "Okay, whatever you say, Doc, go for it, man. I don't want this. Oh, do you hurt? Do you need a Tylenol? I don't need that shit. I need what the fuck do I have to do to get the hell out of here?" That's the way my heart surgery went. I was ready to discharge on the 4th day, counting the day I had the surgery. The 4th day, I was ready to discharge. I was ready to walk on out of there. They chewed me out on the 4th day because they caught me way the fuck across the parking lot, because you're not allowed to smoke on their property at all. I mean, nowhere on their property. So I had to walk across this huge fucking parking lot, cross the street, stand in the goddamn ditch to have about 5 cigarettes before they sent a bunch of orderlies out there to run my ass up. Try dragging one of the big old IV pumps that they got on the pole, a big IV pump and 3 IV bags across the parking lot, across the street, through the gravel shoulder into the ditch to have a smoke. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck they don't have smoke areas, man. They should still have smoke areas in hospitals. I think that's bullshit. I dealt with it too.
Yeah, it's like, and they said, "Well, you'll probably quit before you leave." I said, "No, you got me so aggravated, I'm going to smoke a carton in 2 days, man." What the fuck? You're not helping the situation one bit by denying me a smoke. If you let me go out for a smoke with my morning coffee, then let me go out and have a couple of smokes around lunchtime, and then 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and 1 before I go to bed, we get along like a million bucks. I'd want to stay for 2 weeks then,
Yeah,
Yes.
I think the smokers should have a balcony room. They could just go out on the balcony.
No shit.
I mean, if you're a smoker, if you're a smoker and you're a diehard smoker and you say, "Hey, no, look, I'm not looking to quit anytime soon. Sorry, I know it's unhealthy for me, but to make me walk across a football field to have a cigarette, you think that's healthy for me?"
Yeah.
In my worst situation, no. Yeah. Just let me sit outside and have my mellow little cigarette, get my calm down, and then I can deal with the psychosomatic effects that are happening to my body by relaxing my brain through, what makes me happy. So, just
last week I'm sitting in my truck before my radiation appointment, and all of a sudden, tap, tap, tap on the window. I turned and looked, and there's this clown standing out there. He's wearing, typical security employee uniform kind of thing with a little fucking fake badge. And he's got a ticket book in his hand. I open the door. I go, "What do you want?" He goes, "I need to ask you to put that cigarette out." And I said, "Oh, are you asking?" And he goes, "Yes, I am. I'm asking you to put that cigarette out." And I go, "There you go. Thank you." And I close the door. Well, he asked. He said he needed to ask. So I closed the door and kept smoking. He tap, tap, tap. I opened the door. I go, "Now what?" And he goes, "You need to put the cigarette out." I said, "No, you needed to ask me to put it out. I don't need to put it out. I'm going to finish it. I got an appointment in 15 minutes. I'm finishing."
Yeah,
he said,
"Take this train, see where it goes."
He says, right there in front of my truck is a sign. It says, "This is a smoke-free campus. You're not allowed to smoke anywhere on the property, even in your vehicle." And I said, "Oh, what a bunch of constitutionalists you got working here to come up with that bullshit." And he says, "This is private property." I said, "No, it ain't. I said, the public supports this fucking place because if it wasn't for us paying for insurance, you wouldn't have a fucking job. I said, you know what? This is bullshit. I don't have to put this in. He says, I'll have to write you a $50 ticket. I said, well, first of all, you might as well write that on a piece of ass wipe so I can wipe my ass when I get done talking to you. Because I said, until you become a local police officer, a law enforcement officer, or a deputy county sheriff, or a fed, you can go fuck yourself. I started laughing. I said, you can go fuck yourself. He goes, I have all the right in the world to write you a ticket. I said, just like you had the right to ask me to put out the cigarette. But beyond that, I got the right to tell you, fuck yourself. I ain't paying no $50 because you don't like me smoking inside my own private property. I said, the interior of this truck is none of your fucking business. The exterior of it, if I'm double parking or doing something stupid like that, I could understand. But what goes on inside this vehicle is none of your damn business. And he says, well, I'll call the police then. And I smiled at him and I said, it's been 4 years, but every cop we've got in this community, I certified their annual range. So fuck off. Any cop you send, they're going to see it and they're going to go, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time to deal with Sty. Bye. Finish your smoke. Have a nice day. And they'll leave. And I close the door again.
I don't think a random cop would do shit anyway. Be like, yeah, no, finish this fucking cigarette. Who the hell cares?
That's it. That's it.
Hurt nothing.
The second you took
that's not the police's
second
job.
You would tell any actual cop that would show up, hey man, I'm just sitting here finishing my cigarette. I've got cancer and I'm going in there for a radiation therapy.
Like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. You finish your cigarette. Jesus tits. I hope you have an open beverage in your car.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Are you going to have a beer too before you head in?
Right.
Yeah. And all of our local officers, like I said, I know them all, and they see me. If anything, they see me. They say, "Hey, we'll meet you down at the restaurant and have a cup of coffee, and we'll talk about this." And then we talk about everything, but we're talking hunting, fishing, and all kinds of other shit. The cops here, they're not cool. They're not cool with people that are just being asses, Right. But if you're just standing your ground saying, I'm sorry, but I have to live with stupid people, doesn't mean I have to be one of you, then the cops laugh and say, I agree. Yeah, it's cool.
If you're just being innocent rowdy, I mean, innocent rowdy is a thing. You can be rowdy and still be innocent
right
at the same time.
Yeah.
And, and I think most cops understand that.
Yeah. And if you let a cop understand right away that, you have no ill intent, they're cool. That they're like us. Yeah, they got a fucking job. And the cops here, that's the way they look at it. Well, the state of Wisconsin ordered counties to pull over and give a citation to people that were in a car with another person or two or more people without wearing a mask during the COVID thing. Our sheriff, he got on the local television channel and got on the radio and said, that's the biggest bunch of BS I've ever heard from a governor in my life. He says, guess what? I was elected too. I was elected by the people in this county to leave them the hell alone and let them live their own lives. He says there is no constitutional basis in me stopping somebody and penalizing them with a monetary fine because they chose not to wear a mask in their own private car. He says that's bullshit. He says, I couldn't believe what he said publicly. He said, the next thing the governor will want me to do is pull you over, pull your pants down, make sure you're wearing clean underwear in case you have an accident. He says to me, it's the same thing. Sticking my nose where it don't belong.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact as he put it, hey, I was elected, man.
He's an elected official.
Have me impeached from office. You can't just fire my ass.
Yeah, good luck getting rid of me for this opinion, because I guarantee the people are going to love this opinion. The people are going to elect me again to be right back here, motherfucker.
That's it. That's it. And he's still our sheriff. He's still our sheriff. And he will be until he wants to retire, I'm sure. Because everybody loves it. He's just like, hey, I don't want to stick my nose in your business, You go out there and you're going to hurt somebody. You're going to do something that actually causes a damage. I'll be on you like flies on shit. But if you're just minding your own business, living your own life, I don't want to get involved. And that's the way a sheriff should be. Yeah, and he's got the same attitude my old man had when he was the chief of police. And that was, I'm a peace officer. I'm not an enforcer. I'm not here to enforce shit. I'm here to keep peace in my county. So if you're disrupting that peace to the point where it's hurting people, I'll get involved. Otherwise, I just want it peaceful around here, man. If I have to enforce because you're a criminal, I'll do it. But keeping the peace amongst the people that live here is my importance. I don't want people coming in and disrupting people's lives. Well, that's right. That's good for you. That's what a cop should be, is somebody that just wants to keep peace in the community,
Yeah.
This bullshit about enforcement. Oh, God, I'm sorry. We're not going to go down the, I don't care if you support abortion or don't support abortion. I'm not going there, guys. I'm not going there. But I had a 76-year-old woman last week chewing me a new ass about the Roe versus Wade thing. And I made the fatal mistake of saying, well, I like the idea of giving it back to the state, because then you know which states are leaning one way, which states are leaning others, and you can choose where you live, what state you live in. So, yeah, let the state courts come up with that determination, not the feds, because the feds make too many damn decisions for us in the first place. She said to me, so you want to take my rights away? I said, what? You want an abortion? Oh, I shouldn't have said that to a 76-year-old. But what if I did? I said, you get your ass pregnant, and I'll give you half of my fucking retirement the rest of my life. I said, because it ain't fucking happening. You don't need an abortion, so why are you even involved in the damn issue? Well. And I said, well, go get a bucket of water out of that fucking well that you keep talking about now, because you ain't got nothing else to say. You're whining because you can't get an abortion, but you're 76. You're right. You can't.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe her granddaughter has had 6 abortions, and she's still afloat financially because she didn't have to raise 6 kids. That's extremism. I'm joking, but I mean it's possible.
But it's almost not, because up here, it's insane because we have a 23% of seniors, 23% in 3 of our counties up here. 23% of seniors are raising grandchildren for their granddaughter, or for their daughter, or for their son. They're raising their grandchildren.
Yeah, I wonder what that stat would look up like by state. Like, I wonder if 23% is high or if that's average. Because I know a lot of people that are raising their freaking grandkids.
Yeah. And that's it. I think it depends on your circle too. Is certain kind of groups of people feel that obligation to raise those grandchildren. Um, my ex-wife and I were put in that position where we almost ended up raising a couple of grandchildren, but we managed to work it out with the parent and got things squared away for them that they were able to get beyond that. And
Well, you shouldn't have to freaking raise your grandchildren, man. If you raised you're right. It's the circle they hang in, right?
right,
So you can raise your kids as great as you can. I mean, I raised my kids great. I don't have to dealing with my grandkids. I can deal with them when I want to deal with them. I don't have to. I don't have
right,
to take them on. I know that their financial needs are going to be provided for the rest of their lives.
yeah,
But there's a lot of groups people get in, or neighborhoods, or
yeah,
lifestyles, or you're broke. I mean,
yeah,
there's people go through bad situations in life, man, where you just gotta, you gotta give up to your kid. I mean, I can imagine being a mom saying, "Oh my God, I got to give up my son or my daughter to my grandma so I can go get my life figured out."
right, right. That's yeah. Um, and then you know, I've seen a lot of times where the grandparents will step in. Well, and that's what we did with the one grandchild. We took him in and we had him for a year, and then he went back home. But that was the understanding is I'm not going to raise this boy till he graduates, for Christ's sakes, but we'll take care of him to take some burden off of you. You get your shit straight because he's yours. And it worked. It actually worked because we provided enough support. We saw to the interests of the kid, but we saw to their interests too, that they could get back on their feet and take the kid back in, and everything was cool. And it worked out. I mean, and she turned out very successful. All of her kids are happy. Everything's good. But there was a rough spot. But that's getting through a rough spot. Some of these grandparents, man, they raise that kid right on up till they're out of college. They pay for their college, everything. And my four children, people have asked me, they said, what do you think about the way your kids turned out? And I said, they ain't asking me for shit, so they turned out pretty damn good. Yeah, if they're not coming to dad with their paws out all the time, they're taking care of business,
Exactly.
and they've got good jobs. They're stable. They're doing their own thing. I might not agree with everything they do, but that don't matter because that's their lives. They're just not coming to me expecting me to live their lives for them. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you expect them to agree with everything you're doing?
absolutely.
You can't agree with everything they're doing if they can't agree with everything you're doing. So
No,
I
kid.
tell my stepdaughter all the time. I'm like, every time I leave the house, I'm like, don't do anything I would do. Don't do anything I would do. Now she's gotten to the point where when I leave the house, she's telling me, "Hey, don't do anything you would do." I'm like, "Well, fucking fat chance of that."
Yeah, right. I've told my kids a few times, if they're going to do anything I have done, just don't get caught, man. Just don't get caught. Yeah. Because some of that shit I got away with. That doesn't mean you will. So use caution. Use caution.
Do
Ooh,
it before
thunder,
you're
man.
18.
It's rumbling out there.
Oh, you got some storms?
Yeah. Oh, we had a hell of a one yesterday when Running Water come home. He texted me and said, I'm 15 minutes out. I'll be in town in 15 minutes, and I'm bringing a hell of a storm with me. I go down to where he parks his truck, and I parked there, and I could see that black wall coming, and then it hit. And, yeah, they had some of our areas, 70-mile-an-hour winds, 3/4 inch hail. Yeah. But the heaviest of the winds and the hail missed us here at the house. Thank God. I thought, there goes my King Ranch, going to be looking like an ugly fucker tomorrow. Yeah, going to get all dimpled up.
Well, I hope what we get tomorrow, because we're supposed to get, a nasty spring storm coming in tomorrow. I'm hoping that doesn't head down your way, but it might. And if it does, it's going to be nasty.
Nasty.
They're dropping 12 inches in the foothills.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and we might get 5 inches in town in 24 hours. And so this is, and the wind has been 40 miles an hour the last couple of days. So there's something swirling around. I hope it doesn't head down that way.
Yeah.
Because it's nasty, and it's
usually the weather out there skirts south of us, just skirts us south. Maybe mid-state will get nailed, and because I'm so far. See, and that's the thing is where I'm at. I'm
right. Missouri?
No. I'm up on Lake Superior, man.
Oh, you're way up north. Yeah, that's gonna go south.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
Our cool air will keep it down running down the midsection,
It should, but yeah, the Mississippi River, all along that, they're gonna get hit with some nasty shit. I've got family down there in Missouri and stuff.
Oh yeah, Missouri, just not Yeah, you're Colorado, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought. Well, my memory hasn't gone. Hey, Adventures in the Heartland. Good to see you, John. I love Jan's Jeep, man. She's got herself a project there. They're having fun with that Jeep. But yeah, I here on Lake Superior, I like where we're located because, if we get hit with something hard, it's usually just the hard rain and sometimes winds in the 60-mile-an-hour range. But man, when I lived in the apartment building, I was up 4 stories and I could look out over Schwamigan Bay on Lake Superior, and you watch them big ass storms going across the lake, that for some reason they go straight across that big lake, the full length of Superior, or they head inland south of us. So we're kind of like in a little safe little spot there. The same with winter, man. We got 30 inches of snow in that one snowstorm last year, but just 6 miles north of me, they got 38 inches. It's just, you get inland at all, away from that Lake Superior, man, they get nailed with the worst weather. So,
do you have any big hills to the east of you or to the west of you? I'm sorry, not east.
Not really. Not really. Yeah, we got some high country, but it's not high. It's not what the rest of the nation would consider high country. I mean, it probably another 600 to 800 foot in elevation.
Not to affect the clouds
No.
Okay.
And in fact, where the city of Ashland, where I live, heading due west, that's actually flat country. It's rolling hills, maybe 100-foot gradients change is all you're going to see, all the way to Minnesota. So that seems to actually funnel weather down that flat. But then by the time it's getting towards us, the lake temperature pushes that weather south. And just an hour south of me, where Cheesehead Chris lives, that area down there, and where I was hosting the campground last year, beat the shit out of you. Boy, the storms down there, man, they're bad. Yeah, I saw fir trees that were 4 foot across diameter, just fucking ripped out of the ground, just flopped right over. Yeah, bad shit. It's a great area to camp unless it's storming, man. If it's
unless it's storming, then fuck.
Yeah.
If
That's
that
why
tree
I-
can't hold up. My tent ain't gonna hold up.
That's it. That's why I tell everybody, if you're going to camp in that area down there, make sure to camp at a Forest Service campground that's got the concrete vault toilets. Those sons of bitches, we call them bomb shelters because they're all made out of spancrete. Even the roofs are concrete. That whole shitter is concrete, and they got tiny little windows in them. We had a storm hit what's called Birch Grove Campground, and there's 2 crappers there that are the bunkers. It totally annihilated the campground. It was closed for 6 years because shitter bunkers. Yeah, you're gonna have a blowout in those, and you don't hurt none. You know. When the power goes up with everything that needs resetting, that's a son of a bitch, ain't it? That's why I got an APC, and I just got the battery in it replaced, so I get my APC hooked back up to my system here.
How much was your battery for that one?
I can't remember what I paid for it. $85.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it was a good price. I couldn't pass it up. Justin Siren. I went down there for the cleanup when they got hit with the tornado there years back. Oh, that was nasty. Siren was nasty. I was on the ambulance crew for Bayfield, Wisconsin, and we all ran down to Siren, Wisconsin to help them out after the tornado wiped their town out. I mean, it just trashed it. And Siren gets hit all the time. That's probably why they named it Siren, because it's going off all the time. That goddamn tornado siren's going off again.
Very well could be. We'll have to Wikipedia that. So you want Siren,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Named Siren, Wisconsin. Because
why is it named Siren? Because of all the damn storms.
Because every time I hear a siren, I run.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But that's an argument I've had with people for years and years. I'm a firm believer. I used to have to deal with large insurance conglomerates and because I was in the housing business, huge housing projects, and our insurance on the housing was going up so damn high. And the problem is our insurance group, if a house burnt down in Alaska, for the same square footage in Alaska, you're going to pay 185% of the same development costs for the same square footage in Wisconsin. It's because their fucking walls up there are about almost 3 feet thick. I mean, the cost of building a stick-built brand new house in Alaska is very expensive. But one burns down out there, it costs so much to replace it. The insurance company jacks the rates up nationally. They make everybody carry that burden. So we became self-insured because of it. But my argument is, all right. If you're going to live just a quarter of a mile from or from the Mississippi River and south of the Iowa border, you get one coverage for one flood. That's all. We'll replace your house once. You son of a bitch build a house where that house sat again, you ain't never going to get insurance ever again for that house. You can't build where it's going to flood every 10 years and wipe that freaking house out, and the insurance company has to replace the son of a bitch because it jacks my insurance up. No. And same in California. Well, so what? We live on the Andreas Fault. I've only lost 3 houses in the last 25 years. What? Well, they were all insured. That's the problem. They keep insuring them damn places. You keep building houses where they shouldn't sit. Get real. Tornado Alley, same way. if your house gets blown away by a tornado, guess what? We'll let you rebuild once, but you're going to rebuild that son of a bitch in solid concrete. You're not going to get to build another stick house. You don't get a mobile home.
No, the last tornado in Denver was 1904, and it was way north of here.
Yeah, see,
so it hasn't. There's no recorded history of a tornado hitting where my house lives.
right. But now, if one hits, I would sympathize with you, and I'd tell the insurance company, you make them right, man, because there's no way in hell he could have anticipated that shit, because it's not normal there. But if you're living in the middle of frickin' Oklahoma and you've had your house blown away 4 or 5 times and it's insured every time, that's bullshit.
Well, so Weld County, Colorado, I don't know if you know about Weld County, Colorado. Weld County, Colorado, I think it has like the second most tornado touchdowns in the country. It's Weld County, Colorado. It's just up north of me, like freaking like 30, 40 miles. Anyway, they get so many tornadoes touching down, and it's mostly trailer parks, which is probably why the tornadoes keep touching down.
Yeah, because trailer parks have tornado bullseyes on them.
I mean, it's very like rural wannabe urban. So there's lots of trailer park towns up there. Anyway, I don't know how to describe it any better than that. I mean, I'm trailer park from way back, but
I've been in them.
but yeah, it just seems like when tornadoes want to touch those goddamn trailer park towns.
That's Minnesota, especially west and south of Minneapolis. A lot of big trailer parks, where they've got 300-400 trailers in a park. And sure shit, tornado goes through, and you go check that trailer park out after a tornado goes through, and you see that big old swath down the middle of it, and it doesn't matter what part of the park you pick, because those tornadoes, it's like, well, we went down the middle last time, we'll go down the northern edge next time, we'll just wipe out the east end this time. It's like the tornadoes, it's like it's food for a tornado. Oh God, we get that's a big smorgasbord of trailer houses. We gotta go munch on that, And I had so many friends. I had a friend that, they went and stuck $150,000 into a big double wide with every bell and whistle you could get. And they lived in that trailer park for 18 months, and tornado came and ate their house. Oops. And then what did they do? They went and they got another one almost exactly like it, and they stuck it out in a rural border community along the edge of Minneapolis with nothing, near a lake and all timber everywhere. And their house hasn't suffered any storm damage ever since they moved there. And that was 30 years ago. And they were only 15 miles difference from where that trailer park was. Trailer park's just a bullseye for a tornado. It's
muted.
You were muted all this time, and were you saying nasty things?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Just think of what we missed.
Things, Mike. Catch up.
It was just all about Roman.
It's just all about Roman.
I'm madly in love with him, and But it wasn't rubbish.
Oh.
Don't tell him though.
Telling bedroom secrets.
I just happened to look up there like, shit, I've been muted all this time.
Jesus.
That's right, because my phone was going off like every 3 minutes anyway. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Lawn Dog, a good APC on your computer is very advisable. The way my is set up when I got it hooked up, I don't have it hooked up right now, but mine protects against brownouts, blackouts, the whole 9 yards, and also provides up to 2 hours of operation on my equipment. So it's a good system. Yeah, southwestern Minnesota. I remember that they estimated it was an F5 that hit down there. Capped out, strongest beast in the world. I actually rode out a tornado when I was, how old would I have been? 7 years old. We had one come through, ripped up 3 communities. Our community got a little beat up, but it didn't get ripped to shit like the other ones, man. The other ones it wiped them out. It picked a 2-story house up and dropped it in the middle of the lake in the bay. And that house, I wonder if that son of a bitch is still standing down there, because that was deep water. That was about 50 feet of water, 50, 60 feet of water. And that house was sitting there, and it was sitting there. I scuba dived on it a dozen times. It's still standing there underneath at the bottom of the damn lake.
That's crazy.
When we first dove on it, the furniture and everything inside is all over the damn place. But when we first dove on it, when we come up, took a break. I told my buddy, I said, yeah, when we first swam in the front damn door of it, the front door, it had double front doors, and they were busted open, and we swam in. And I said, I was expecting to see Mom and Pop sitting on the couch watching Cronkite on the news, I said, son of a bitch, the whole house is intact.
Sitting there with a shotgun waiting for she was going to come in the door.
Yeah, no shit. And what I really got a kick out of was all around the roof, all the shingles, all around the roof, fishing lures all over. We took out ice cream pails. We took 2 ice cream pails and punched holes in the bottoms, went down there and filled those ice cream pails full of all different kinds of lures. All the fishermen trolling over there. What the fuck, snag? They're snagging that fucking house. And the house is just covered with fishing lures. It was awesome. Yeah. Damn tornado. That was a bad tornado, though. That was one of those where wherever you went in the communities got ripped up. There were fucking cars up in the trees. They're up there 40 feet in a goddamn tree. And there were cars on the roofs of houses. They only had 1 fatality, and that was a little one, an 18-month-old. But man, it was a nasty tornado. My old man was chief of police of our community. Tornado came through, and that house that set in the bay, it picked that fucking house up, set it in the bay, and then the tornado itself turned into a water spout, sucked that water out of the bay. The vacuum from that sucked my old man's quad car all the way down to the water's edge at the boat landing. And there was a half dozen people watching it happen, and they said the look on your old man's face and the smoke that was coming off them tires as he was trying to get that squad. He had it floored, and he couldn't get that some bitch to stop going to the lake. And finally, it was releasing the water back, and he managed to pull out of there before that water hit the squad. Yeah. The old man was driving around town. Those were the days, because the tornado siren went off, and boom, tornado hit it. I mean, fire. Tornado sirens ain't so good once a tornado hits it. But here's the old man running around in his squad car. He's got this big ass speaker on the fender, big old fucking old bell-shaped speaker on that old 64 Chevy, yelling in the gosh.
Like a Blues Brothers speaker on their roof.
Yeah. He's yelling, everybody get in your basements. Get in the basement. You're going to die. Yeah. Those were the days. Life was exciting. My grandpa, my mother, we all get in our basement. And all we had was a dirt basement. It didn't have concrete walls. It was a dirt basement, dirt walls, dirt floor. And we knew damn when the tornado came close to our place going by, you could see the house coming off the foundation because all it had was a foundation wall around it. And the goddamn sill plates of the house were coming up off of the fucking concrete blocks.
Wow.
And but we're down in the basement. My mother goes, "Everybody down here? Everybody? Where's your grandfather?" I go, "He was out in the garage when we all headed down here." She goes, "You and your brother get out there and get your grandpa." So we run back out of that basement. We run out in the yard looking for grandpa. And here's that sumbitch walking up the hill in our front yard. Big elm tree out there. Huge elm tree. And he's got a trunk of rope about 8 feet long. And we run up there. We go, "Grandpa, Mom says you got to get your ass in the basement." And he goes, "Oh, no. I'm tying myself to that tree." "No, you're not. You're getting in the damn basement." And now he's 80 years old. And he goes, "I lived 80 years and I ain't never seen one of them fuckers," he says, "but I'm going to see it today." And he was going to tie his ass to that fucking tree. My brother was big enough, strong enough. I grandpa in the damn basement. Tornado goes through. When we come out, that freaking tree had a half a dozen pieces of splintered wood driven right into the trunk of that freaking. He would have been so skewered. I mean, yeah, but he would have seen his tornado. I felt for him. 80 years old, he should be allowed to do what he wants. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was 8 years old. I was in a trailer park in South Dakota, 4th Avenue in Mitchell, South Dakota. And there's a little co-op down from me, and it's right on the creek, and it's right where the railroad goes, right? So it's where you put a trailer park. But yeah, we had a tornado come through one day, and it was just my brother and I at home, and I was probably, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 years old. 8 years old. I was probably 8 years old. He was probably 12. Anyway, this tornado was coming through. The TV was going wild, the black and white TV, because that was all we had.
Yep.
It was going wild, saying tornado, get inside, and the wind was going crazy outside. And then I remember my brother's like, "We need to head up to our neighbor's house because he has a what do you call it? Where you go underground?"
Oh yeah,
A cellar.
Like a root cellar. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a cellar. So we're like, okay, let's run up the hill and get to the cellar. And we start running, and we look over, and we see this freaking tornado that's like 4 blocks away from us, and it's sucking. It took out the end 4 units of our mobile park. They were just gone, and the 5th one was like half gone, and we were like the 7th one.
Oh
So
shit!
right there. So we saw this tornado in our faces. We're like, "Shit, we need to get back to that." We looked back, and my mom was coming home from work. My mom apparently saw the tornado warnings or whatever, and my mom fucking got the hell out of work and drove her ass off home. She was in this Plymouth Omni, this like 1980. You remember those Plymouth Omnis? They were like cop cars for a while in the 70s.
Yeah.
And so that's what my parents had. Anyway, she pulled into the driveway, which it was a gravel driveway. And she pulled into the driveway, and I remember my brother and I, we saw my mom, so we're like, okay, let's get back in the house and let's see what mom has to say. So we're running back to get in the house, and my mom's car, she pulls into the driveway, and it slides 6 feet to the right until it hits the railroad ties that are blocking the driveway because it's on gravel. And so the car slid sideways. It's Dodge Omni. That's a big fucking car. That's 3,900 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
It's a big ass car. And so my brother and I, we're trying to get in the back door of this freaking trailer house, and we can't get the door shut because the wind's blowing like 75 miles an hour. We're a couple of little kids. We can't pull this goddamn door shut. We fought like hell. But you know what I remember about that whole experience? And the number one thing that'll stick with me my entire life is You know what song came on the radio when we decided to abandon ship and run up to the neighbor's house? It was Abracadabra.
Oh. That would stick with you.
So that song sticks
Holy
with me.
shit.
That memory and that song, Abracadabra, gonna reach out and grab you.
Yeah. It tried. Holy shit. We had, the ex-wife and I, we had a farm for a while, and I had turkeys. I had bought a shitload of turkeys, and I just let them wander around the farm, you know. And that was tornado country, west of Minneapolis, out in the farm country, and flat forever. And we seen that freaking storm coming. And the tornado was running north of us, but there was a big flat wind wall, where you could see it was black, and in front of it were these rolling white clouds right in front of it. And it's like, that's a flattener. That son of a bitch is going to flatten everything in its path. And I'm out trying to get all my livestock into the barns and shit. Well, them fucking turkeys, they ain't going to fucking go in anywhere for me. And all of a sudden, I am leaning at about a 45-degree angle, trying to get to the house, to get down in the basement. And all of a sudden, there goes something big and white. There goes another one. All of a sudden, boop, 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 boop. All them fucking turkeys had gotten together and went up in this cottonwood tree, and they were hanging out in that cottonwood tree for this storm. Well, the storm come through, blew every one of their big asses out of that cottonwood tree, and I got goddamn 20-pound turkeys flying through the fucking air at me, and I'm dodging turkeys all the way to the damn house. After the storm, I went out. Every animal on the farm was safe. The only problem is I had a dozen turkeys, and there was only one left. And that poor son of a bitch, he's still in that cottonwood tree. And I swear to God, half his fucking feathers are missing. It damn near plucked that whole freaking turkey. He wandered around for about 3 weeks, half naked, because it blew his freaking feathers off. We ate him for Thanksgiving that year. I said, yeah, we're having tornado turkey, you know.
Yeah, it's perfect. Tornado turkey.
Tornado turkey, man. That son of a bitch is tough. So if he's tough, don't be surprised, you know. Yeah, he's a F5 turkey. When I was driving truck over the road, I was coming through South Dakota on a state highway. And I'm listening to the radio, and it's a local radio station, but that fucking town is 45 miles away. And they're talking about, yeah, we got tornado warnings just northeast of town and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, well, that's 45 miles away. What the fuck? You know, I don't have to worry about that shit. And I turned and looked out the driver's window. Son of a bitch, less than a quarter of a mile away from me, there's this big fucking tornado following me down the fucking highway. I'm looking. There's got to be somewhere I can turn south. There's a guy, because I'm heading due east, and that fucker's following me right down the highway. And I'm like, there's got to be a turn to the south. There's got to be an overpass. No, there ain't no fucking overpass in the middle of South Dakota.
No, in eastern South Dakota on I-90 heading east, no, there ain't shit for miles.
Miles and miles.
45, 60 miles between an exit.
And I finally saw it was just an old farm road. It wasn't even blacktop. It was gravel off of that state highway. And I turned onto that son of a bitch, and I no more than had the truck straightened out, and in the rearview mirrors I could see the tornado go past the ass end of the truck, still heading east. And that was the closest one's ever snuck up on me, man. That just when I looked out the window, it was just like, holy but Jesus.
When was that?
That would have been 70, late 70s, 78 probably.
Geez, I was 4 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, I was out
30 years old.
pounding. I was out pounding pavement. Well, I got married in '75, so yeah.
That was the year I was born.
Yeah, running water. Yeah, he was born shortly after. Yeah, we tell everybody he was a preemie. Yeah, he was a really big preemie, over 9 pounds.
Wow.
Born a month early. Yeah. Yeah, it took 30 days to convince, to find out Minnesota wouldn't let me marry a 16-year-old. So
Yeah, it's a little bit of time gap there.
yeah, but I was just turning 19, so it wasn't that bad, you know. Hey, Tuna Emperor, it's been a while since I seen ya. Good to see you, Tuna. And NDT is shown up in the house. Good to see you. Yeah. No, yeah.
And now she still won't shut up.
Boy, she is getting so big.
She's a talker. She's like,
you know, and what I really get a kick out of Samantha are her gray eyebrows.
oh yeah, they're cute.
I mean, she's got such prominent eyebrows. It's just, yeah.
She's got that heart-shaped marking over her face. Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
She's so
Rain Dancer, it's good to see you, girl.
cute. Rain.
I'm holding my own. I'm starting to feel some of the side effects and I tell you what, I got a 3-week reprieve, man. So yeah, I ain't gonna complain, man. 3 weeks without a single side effect, and now I'm just starting to feel some. So yeah, and I only got 2.5 weeks left. Done with the treatments. Yeah.
That is such good news.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being done with that shit.
Definitely. Mike, what chip number is your most hated that you see most often that you have to fucking deal with?
All of them.
All of them.
I'm getting to that point. Yeah, I'm getting to that point.
Or it's just fuck it, it's all of them?
Yeah, it's just all of them. These I love. These little gold corner chips. I love these because I get like $170 a pound for these bad boys. So
let me see. Hold that up to the camera. Can you hold that up to the camera? Do you mind?
I'd have to get off my chair and.
I know.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it.
Burn like 8 calories.
That motherfucker put me in the basement. Damn.
Goof.
God forbid. Oh yeah, I see.
I gotta put my camera down here so you can see the damn thing. Let's see, so the BGAs.
Oh yeah, that's a CPU. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I get I get $67.50 a pound like that. But if I take them off the back and just have the chip, I get $170 a pound.
Wow.
So when I go on these panels, yeah, this is what I do. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, he sits there and all that small shit, man. He's just working away at it.
I do this at night because if it's nice outside of the summer, I've been outside working, so I get a lot done there, and then I come down here and I work till about midnight, and then I start all again at 7 in the morning.
No, sissy.
So, but it's getting harder to do because the guy that I sell to, the company I sell to, they're changing things up, so it's getting more and more of a pain in the ass to do a lot of this shit. But still pays good.
Yeah.
You know, prices are the highest they've ever been because of gold being up. So take the good with the bad.
Well, I admire your enthusiasm and aggression and your freaking attention to detail. I think that I forgot what I was going to say. I'm high.
I only do this because I do it for a living. So if I don't do this, I don't eat. And if I don't eat, then the Schwann's guy is going to be really upset with me.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you wouldn't just be putting yourself out of work, you're putting the Schwann's guy out of work, too.
I had that poor guy in a panic because I didn't order nothing for like a month.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Well, it's because I was doing so much shit, and I had, I wasn't really cooking, so I had this freezer full of shit. So I felt bad. So when he was here last week, I ordered like almost $200 worth of shit. But I told him, I said, you're not going to see me now for like another month and a half, 2 months.
Ordering in bulk.
All stocked up.
Yeah, I'm all stocked up. And it's only me, so it lasts forever,
No, the way you eat that shit, it don't last forever.
It's been lasting. You know what I've been eating? I've been eating dried fruits and salads. That's what I've been living on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
That's what
I was eating real good. I was eating real good until just 2 days ago. Now because of the radiation, it's triggering that fluid buildup in the damn esophagus again. So I can't. Like last night, I sat down just to eat a stinking bowl of soup, 2 spoonfuls. Man, I was throwing up clear fluid for an hour.
Wow.
And then it just subsides. And then I was able to get 2,000 calories into me afterwards. But it's a bitch to get there. I can't eat any good, solid foods. And I eat a lot of ham salad croissants.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was battling with that acid reflux. Like I would eat, and as soon as I would eat, it felt like I was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
So I talked to a couple of friends, and I got that over-the-counter crap. Begins with an O. I can't pronounce it, but so I started taking that, and now it don't bother me, but it quit bothering me as soon as I ate. Yeah, that's it. But yep. But it was funny because I got a bottle of that, and then my neighbor gave me like 120 of them because she gets them all the time.
Oh, wow.
So I said, hey, she said, if you want them, use them. So I take 2 a day. I take 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And when I eat now, there's no burning. Now, if I go and I move around a lot, it starts to hurt. But now that's starting to subside. So now, every now and then, I just get like a little. But I take those pills every day, and it seems to help it a lot. But I went for a walk, because I wanted to start doing my walks again around the school. I got to the end of my block, which is 4 houses, across the street, halfway into the school parking lot. I had to turn around. I had my phone at 911 so I could hit the orange button, the button to call. It felt like I was having a massive heart attack. It hurt so bad. But I came back home, sat down for about 3 minutes, and it went away. Like nothing was wrong.
I'm never having another goddamn I need 911 again.
Oh, there you go. You got the panic button.
I got the panic button. I got 2 of them mothers, man. I one for around the neck and one for on the wrist. That I'm never going through that shit ever again. Laying there 9.5 hours. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that system again. Thank God for running water, man. I tell you, that boy, he bought that thing, had it shipped here. It was here when I got home from the hospital, and yeah, he said, "No, you're all covered. I got the system already bought for you." I said,
well, yeah,
cool.
You don't want to lose a cash cow. Come on now.
Cash cow. I ain't much of a cash cow. What I pay him for rent is about, in my mind, about a third of what I should be paying.
Running water is.
With everything I get around here, I should be flipping them $900 a month at least. But
I don't really like running water. I just like him for his dog.
That's most people. Yeah. He's right in there playing PlayStation. I don't care where he's at. He's right in there playing PlayStation, and I'm sure he's in there nodding his head though, Mike. Yeah. He's in there, and he's looking at Beaner, probably going, "Yeah, everybody loves you, Bean." Well, it's pretty bad if you got, 50 maybe followers on Facebook if you're lucky, and your dog's got over 1,000.
Yeah. I always look forward to the Bean post on Facebook. I always look.
Yeah. Did you see the latest with him wrapped up in his tortilla blanket?
Yeah.
That's like that fucking flour tortilla blanket is actually round. It's like a giant ass flour tortilla. And that fucking dog rolls up in that thing, and I go, "Oh my god, oh my god, Indian burritos." I said today, and Running Water goes, "What do you mean Indian burritos?" I said, "It's made with dog meat."
Oh, damn.
Oh, ain't that terrible? Ain't that terrible? Lawn Dog says that he thinks that 2,000 calories is the target for feeding prisoners here in California. It's like mandated by law. Holy shit. Wow.
That's not much.
Yeah.
2,000 calories isn't that big of a deal. Well, it depends too on how active they allow them to be. If they're able to move around, and because people don't realize you burn between 12 and 1,600 calories literally by going to sleep for 8 hours a night. Your body burns those calories while you're sleeping to regenerate itself. I was taking in between 200 and 800 calories a day for 10 months. So why did I lose 80 pounds? I wonder. My body was eating itself at night is what it was doing. I'm so disgusted with my body right now. The thing is what I do like, I've tested myself. I still got just as much power and strength as I had before I lost that weight, but for a shorter window of time. So I got to be more clever if I got to defend myself. Right. I got the strength, but it's the stamina portion is gone. Just don't have the muscle mass or the body mass anymore.
Yeah, it's funny when you're 21, stamina means a completely different thing than it does when you're 50.
You probably won't die. What you're going to get is thin. Not on 200 to 800 calories. 200 to 800 calories, you will die within 4 to 6 months. You will die of malnutrition. It's a fact, Jack. And I won't. I just won't go down that road and argue it. Not when I have a half a dozen doctors telling me that I had 30 days when I was admitted in the hospital. They said if you go untreated and we don't get nutrition into you immediately, you got 30 days left. I was dying of malnutrition. My frame at 6 feet and my build, I'm literally, you've seen pictures of folks in the Holocaust. If you saw me naked, it'd scare the shit out of you. It would scare the shit. It scares the shit out of me. So I don't look in the mirror anymore.
I saw you naked.
If the mirror only goes this far down, I'll look in it, but anything below there, no. The girls that give me my radiation, it's odd. I've put on 20 pounds since I was hospitalized. I was 141 when I went in. I'm 160 now. So I put on 20 pounds. And those girls, it's like every pound I put on, they go, Sty, you're gaining. We can see it. You're gaining. And I go, how the hell can you see it? They said, well, you can put 8 ounces on a skeleton and you're going to notice it. Oh, thanks, girls. Yeah, love them. They're just so damn honest. So damn honest.
Hopefully, first place it goes is to your. Never mind. And then the second place is to your booty. Girls like a booty. So hopefully
that's
packing in that booty bag.
You had to bring that shit up. Yesterday, I get there, and that table they lay on for that machine that does the radiation on you, That machine looks like a big CT scanner, you know, big CAT scan. It's got a lot of extra arms on it, though, and these weird lead shields and shit. and
Bunch of plastic tubs and shit.
Yeah, and you're on a table that raises you off the floor about 6 feet off the floor, and the machine comes around you and does all of its shit. Then it backs up. Then that fucking table turns. Then that machine lines itself up beside you and goes around in circles. It's getting you from every fucking angle. But that table I don't even know what composite it's made out of, the material. But they can't put any padding or anything on it during the radiation portion because it contaminates whatever they put on that table, right? They don't want added contaminated sheets and padding and shit, like, because that would have to be changed every time they have a new patient. And they go through about 25 to 30 patients a day in that place, giving them radiation. So I get on that table. Now, I've been on that son of a bitch 20 times now. I get on that thing and I turn to lay down, and all three gals there in the department at the same time, just like they rehearsed it. What was that? It was the loudest crunch sound you ever heard. It was just crunch. And they saw the look on my face and they go, "That was you." And I go, "That was my tailbone."
Oh, son of a bitch.
I got no ass, and that was my tailbone on this concrete fucking table. All them girls, they have to help me off that fucking table every day. They get done with you, then the table lowers down. You got your hands over your head holding on to these handlebars back here, and then you can relax your arms. After 20 minutes, your arms are pretty stiff from doing that. And you're laying there, and when you feel that table hit the bottom, there's a gal on each side of me, and they go, "Are you ready?" Because I can't get off the son of a bitch. I can't sit up on that solid, flat surface. I could if I could roll over on my side. I'd be able to roll my legs off and sit up. But that damn table's only about as wide as I bet you it's not even 18, maybe 14 inches wide. Is all that.
You're not rolling over in that bed. There's no.
No, if I rolled over on that, it would be face first, concrete floor. Yeah, that would not be fun. But, you know, that place really scares the shit out of me. When I walk back to that department, I walk through what looks like a vault door at a Federal Reserve Bank. I mean, that son of a bitch is about that freaking thick.
That's fucking scary.
It's huge, right? You walk through that door. That scares you. You walk around the corner, and there's another one. It's like, how many of these big-ass vault doors you need between that machine and the public? And you're putting me in there all alone.
Yeah,
and
we're
you
about
get
to radiate you, motherfucker.
And I got to see where the gals are when they're radiating me. It's about 50 feet down the frickin' hallway. And that's got a big goddamn service door, you know, regular house size door. And that son of a bitch is about 8 inches thick. And they're sitting in there with all these big screen TVs and shit, radiating your ass way the hell across the building.
Just plop you in Chernobyl for a minute.
That's it. Well, God, you're good, Roman, because I said that the other day to him. I said, "Why didn't you guys just give me an all-paid vacation to Chernobyl, and I could have stayed at a hotel there for 5.5 weeks and come home all radiated, you know?"
That'd be cheaper.
It'd probably be cheaper, and it'd be interesting, you know? Hell, they got an amusement park there that nobody goes to. I could take any ride I want, you know?
It's been shut down for years. You got that mechanical engineering experience. You could probably put one of those rides back together. Let's get the Ferris wheel working at Chernobyl for when I come down with cancer. Oh my God, that sounds like fun.
That's, you know, if you had leukemia or something that's an all body effect. Yeah, man, just go spend a month or two at Chernobyl, and sounds cool to me.
You and I are crazy, dude. I love you, Sty. Yeah, I don't know if you know, I love you since day one. You're the most relaxing voice in my mind. Yeah, and the fact that you're dealing with all this stuff, I think that I appreciate you sharing your experiences with it. I certainly, I think maybe it's something you were meant to do, and
it's
that.
For me, it's just life. It's just life.
It is.
I
it's appreciate
not
you sharing it, man. Though it's huge.
There's so many things in life that are unpleasant that I think back at some of the things I've been through in life, and in their own way were just, if not more unpleasant than what I'm going through now. So, I just see it as why let life control me. I'm gonna, every time it tries to control me, I try harder to show it who's the boss, not and that people say, well, don't give up, Sty, don't lose the fight. Well, I'll tell you what, if this shit got me and I passed away because of it, don't think that I walked out the door feeling like a loser, man. No way in hell. I might, that's just one of the fights in life. And if you lose one, you lose one. So what? That's just a fight. It's not the whole story. It's not the whole fight. I won the fight, man. 65 years of the shenanigans and crap I've been doing. I've gotten away with murder, man. I beat it. I already beat the game, so I want to keep beating it as often as I can. You betcha.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate beating it as often as I can.
Yeah, I wish I could beat it a little bit more than I do, but
I know you guys are there. I think of all you guys all the time. All the time. Yeah.
I gotta get crazy, but thanks for having me.
Hey, sweetheart, you bet. Let me know if you see that.
I will tell you if it shows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it shows, when it shows, I will totally message you.
Tomorrow I'm going to contact them, see if I can get a tracking number on it.
All right, buddy. Yeah, I just want to look for it just because I don't want it to be set on the porch or anything and
have somebody run off with it or something. Yeah.
This neighborhood, you never know. So
yeah. Love you, sweetheart.
See you guys.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Sam.
Bye. Love y'all.
See you, Sam. Love you.
Yeah, Sam's been great. She's been there for me quite a few times in the past, let alone now. That's one thing with her. I know shit. Yeah, if I'm feeling a little bit down, I can get a hold of her and she'll say something that'll prick me up.
That's good. Well, you can always call me too.
You bet, you guys.
Don't call me because I don't want you depressing my ass.
Don't call me if you're going to depress me.
I got shit to do, man.
That's right. If you ain't got a smile on your face, get lost.
Right. It's funny. If somebody calls you depressed, you got to make them laugh. You got to get them out of that. So that's the whole point. So if you're feeling down or whatever, you want to talk to somebody who doesn't make a fuck to anybody, and doesn't matter.
That they're doing my full medical history, right? Everything that any doctor has ever looked at that they can find a record of,
Wow.
And they pop up the other day with, well, we see in your past that you had depression, that you were diagnosed with severe depression.
Oh no.
And I go, well, when the fuck was that? and they said, it looks like it was in 1969. I said, oh yeah, right after my dad committed suicide. Oh, I remember that shit.
Jesus
You know,
Christ.
that's only 53 fucking years ago, you fucking goofballs. I haven't been depressed, what you would call kind of clinically depressed, ever since.
How old were you
So,
then?
I was 11 when he did it. I turned 12 9 days later. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They fucked with you over that?
And then they said, well, they were concerned, you know, do you have any symptoms of depression now, and do you feel threatened? Do you feel? I said, you know, the only thing that I feel threatened about is people sticking their nose where it don't belong. I said, I said, so quit threatening me, you know. But then too, they found, and I didn't realize it, and I actually got the treatment summary. They sent that to me. Oh hell, I had a stroke back in 2000. I think it was 2001.
You did?
Yeah. I was getting ready for work one day, showering, and then it was just fucking lights out, man. I just crashed in the shower. The old lady come in, and she's just freaking out, trying to get me to respond. And she said he just laid there with the tremors, like, and she said, then all of a sudden he sat up in the tub and said, "What in the fuck are you doing in there? Get out of here! What the hell's the matter?" She said he acted normal, so I made him go to the doctor. Well, when I got to the doctor, they did all kinds of tests on me and shit, and they did a spinal tap on me. They found blood in my spinal fluid, and then with a couple of tests, I had a stroke. But I didn't realize, because I can recall the incident in the hospital, because they hospitalized me when the wife explained what happened. They said, no, we're going to keep him under observation for a day or two. Well, when they did the spinal tap, I've got calcium that's built up between my vertebrae and my lower back from injuring my back years ago. They couldn't get that damn needle in. He used a reflex hammer. You know what a reflex hammer is?
Yeah.
Try rubber hammer. They check your reflex. He used a reflex hammer and tapped the goddamn needle through between my vertebrae into my spine. And it broke up that calcium, which pinched off certain nerves. I couldn't fucking walk for almost 5 days. Well, I could walk if I drugged my left leg. I couldn't bend my left leg at all. I had no control of my left leg. So that's all that stuck in my mind is, oh, I remember that. I went to the hospital. The doctor fucked me up for a week. That I remember that. I didn't remember no diagnosis or nothing. So that popped up the other day. They showed me the record on that, and I'm going, holy shit! But that was over 20 years ago. Now I got to go see a cardiologist on June 3rd, I think it is. And I said, what do I have to see that son of a bitch for? And they said, well, we got to make sure your heart is up to your surgery and shit like that. And I said, I haven't had a single heart symptom ever since they did my bypass surgery. And they did my bypass surgery 6 years ago. And I haven't had a single heart issue. Nothing. I don't take any meds for my heart.
No.
You know, they had me taking a beta blocker forever. To keep my heart rate down, but then my heart rate stabilized, and my heart rate's fine all the time now. Even when I exert myself, it doesn't get excessive. So my heart rate's good. Everything's good. And I know why, because my cardiologist, when when they were going to do that open heart surgery on me, I asked her a bunch of questions. And she said, she said, it was all your bad habits, your smoking, the way you ate, the way you used to drink, and on and on and on. And I said, yeah. I said, you're probably right. I did that shit for 40 years before I had a heart attack. And I said, I was 60, just 59, turning 60 when they did that surgery. And I said, so I made it 60 years with the original ticker. You're going in, and from what I understand, you're one hell of a heart mechanic, right? And you're going in there and you're doing a rebuild on it, right? She says, you could look at it that way. I said, good. Because if I can't get 30 years out of a 60-year heart on a rebuild, I'm coming in. I want a warranty on that son of a bitch. I said, this new ticker you're giving me, this rebuild, should last me at least another 30 years. I should make it to 90 before I have another heart attack. And that's keeping my old habits. She just shook her head. She says, you're one of those guys. I just can't win. I'm just not going to win with you. I said, no, you ain't. She says, and that's when she told me, she says, well, one thing I have to demand on, you can't smoke anymore. I said, I promise. She says, same with drinking. I don't want you drinking anymore. I said, I promise. I guarantee it. She goes, something tells me you're lying to me. I said, well, as long as I can live with the level I drink and smoke at right now, but if I can't drink anymore or smoke anymore, I guess I could deal with that. Yeah. But if you told me I have to smoke less or drink less, that's going to suck. I don't want that shit. Yeah. So
you wouldn't fucking listen anyway.
Probably
You're
not.
doing what you're doing. So, I mean, let's be honest.
Well, and the fact that I made it to 65 and two of my siblings didn't make it that far. They were both consumed by cancer by that age. I've already beat the odds,
I did cut my smoking in half. I'm smoking half what I was smoking 2 weeks ago.
That's good. I'm still going to try to quit. I got about a month that I want to be quit before the surgery.
I don't know if I really want to quit.
When I say quit, that doesn't mean I won't have the social smoke once in a while. And maybe have that good morning cigarette,
Right.
But I won't sit and smoke a pack in a day or a half a pack. I'll probably smoke maybe 4 smokes a day.
If you get down to 4 smokes a day,
yeah,
I don't think I'll ever have a problem.
Well, and that's it too. Is I always look at it as at this stage of the game, 4 smokes a day is like fucking. I've gone cold turkey, man. And everybody knows, they watch me, man. I smoke a half pack of cigarettes just doing a live stream,
Well, that's what I'm saying is I cut back to half pack stream a night today. This is my last one today. I can't have another one.
Yeah.
I've actually had 11 today, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit for trying. So half pack a day, and it saves a lot of money. Holy crap.
It does, man. And I buy dirt cheap smokes. They're $50 a carton. The ones I want to smoke are $85 a carton.
When you see them lasting twice as long a day over smoking a whole pack a day, going to a half pack a day, and you see them start piling up, they just start piling up. And you're just like, holy shit, okay. This is all the money I was wasting.
That's it. And I look at it as the only habits I have are the internet and smoking. That's the only habits I got right now, that cost anything. So, it's hard for me to justify cost as a reason to quit because it's just like buying groceries to me, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well, but the cost of the internet also gets you back some self-love, right? I mean, you love doing
Right.
this. I know.
Right.
I see you out here.
yeah,
I see you telling your stories and everybody loving it, and you get people following along and all that. So you're making a profit off that. I mean,
yeah, you know, and I tell people that,
personally. I mean, emotionally.
I tell people that all the time that the real gold mine in my channel is just the interaction, just hanging out with folks and being around people and sharing experiences and shit. You know, I love hearing other people's stories as a storyteller, and that's one thing people don't realize. If you're a storyteller and you've done it for years, you get to the point where you never get to the point where you mind telling stories, but you get to the point where you'd like to hear some, you know, that you start feeling like, well, now wait a minute, you know, I can keep telling you stories, but don't I ever get to hear some stories from somebody, you know? So I love it when people interact and talk about things that are going on or things they've done. Like when we were talking about tornadoes, everybody's reminiscing about the storms they've been through. And I love hearing that shit, you know?
Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a story.
Everybody's got a story. When Samantha wrote my theme song, she was dead on, man. She was dead on. If you want to hear a story, yeah, I'll give you one. But you got one of your own, you know. And it's like I tell everybody, you wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for your stories in your life. Every little story in your life tells a tale of you. That's Mike's down there like, what the fuck?
I got nothing.
I got nothing, man. Yeah. Well, the one thing I do know is your story ain't no Dr. Seuss book in some grade school class.
No green eggs and ham here.
No.
Cat in a hat, maybe, but
maybe some schwans and some Uber delivered Chinese food. Son of a bitch.
I get free delivery now.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't pay for delivery for like DoorDash, Grubhub.
We got DoorDash now here in Ashland. As I was Running Water told me, and he got on there and he's taking a look at who DoorDash is servicing, you know, in our town. Oh no, it's only like 3 restaurants. Well, it's not even restaurants. It's McDonald's, Arby's, and Burger King or some fucking place. No. We got so many awesome restaurants in our town. They need to be on goddamn DoorDash, you know. Yeah. At Running Water, he knows DoorDash and Uber Road inside. You know, I watch him. We'll have a chat, and he'll all of a sudden, oh, just a second, my delivery's here. And then when he gets back on the camera, I go, what you get delivered? Red Lobster.
There you go.
What the hell? He's in a semi truck in a truck stop. He's getting Red Lobster delivered to his truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like we were talking about. I told him, I said, son of a bitch, and groceries cost me $50. That's what it costs me to eat a week is $50. $200 a month is what I eat. He goes, shit. He says that's what I spend in a week. Well, yeah, you're Ubering it and eating at restaurants all the time. And yeah. He pays almost 3 times for a meal than what you would pay at home, you know.
Yeah, if you give me lessons on how to spend my money, you could definitely give me lessons.
On DoorDash, you know, you can go do shopping for people. Like they'll send a list of shit you want.
Yeah.
And I got a friend that her son does it, and she went with him like last week, and they had to go to like a Myers or something, or a dollar store. It was a dollar store, and it was duct tape, something else, and a lollipop. I can't remember what the thing was, but that's what they had to pick up. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. What the hell was it? I was trying to find it here. She said that she took it up to the door, knocked on the door, and ran like hell.
Jesus Christ.
Duct tape.
We had a gal in that building I lived in that you weren't allowed technically to smoke in that building, right? Well, all of us smokers had a nice chair right next to one of the big living room windows with a fan blowing out, you know? Well, we had a gal in that building. She never opened her fucking windows, ever. And she smoked like 4 packs of smokes a day. She was smoking a carton every 3 days.
Wow.
And she doesn't fix food for herself. She's allowed Meals on Wheels, elderly meals that they deliver.
Right.
She won't accept that. She orders from only 3 restaurants in town to be delivered. Well, they went in and inspected her frickin' apartment, and I would have loved to have seen it. I wouldn't have wanted to experience the senses with it, because they said, oh no, you walked in there, you walked out thinking you're contaminated, because they said the tar smell in the apartment is so strong. One of the maintenance guys, he tore a note sheet out of one of these little pocket tablets. He pulled one of these sheets off the pocket tablet, and all he did was tap it on the wall, and the fucker, when they came back to do a re-inspection 2 weeks later, it was still stuck to the wall. The walls are so covered with tar from the smoke.
Gross.
That they're coated in fresh glue. And they said her kitchen, all the counters, the stove, everything is stacked as high as it can go with styrofoam to-go containers from all these places she gets her food from. Well, it got to the point, we had this one outfit, the Pizza Pub. They got good food. And they now, they had to notify her, and it pissed her off to no end. They said, you have to prepay online or on the phone with a credit card, and we'll deliver, but they will be setting the meal to the side of your door, knocking on it, and leaving. They will not even stay until you open the door. And she said, well, why? And they told her, because we've had 2 drivers that after they left from a delivery where you made them bring it into your apartment to her, when they left, they said they had to shut it down for the night because they were sick. They got so sick to their stomach that they couldn't work the rest of the night. They said, so our delivery guys will not be subjected to you opening your door. That was bad, man. That is so bad.
Terrible.
That's why I smoke in the garage.
Yeah. Wow. I don't mind smoking in the house. I'm one where once a year I'll wash the walls and you keep the place clean. You dust and you wipe things down.
Right. Clean curtains.
Keep it clean. Yeah. Oh shit, running water, when he set this bedroom up for me downstairs today, that's such a sweet deal. The bed's got fresh, brand new sheets on it, all camo, right? Camouflage sheets, man, love it. Camouflage pillowcases, love it. There's a window right above the bed, awesome window right there. He's got these camouflage curtains. One side of the curtain's got this awesome log cabin, and the other one's got a big fucking bass on it. It's just, I look at that and I go, fuck, I want to go stay in the cabin going fishing, man. That's, yeah, fuck, I feel like that, the spoiled kid that I'm a single, I am a only child and I'm spoiled rotten, I got my special little room. Hey, Kathy Gahan, good to see you, girl. Gawani, great to see you.
Get your little cabin away from the cabin. That's
yeah. This is crazy, man. I got 2.5 hours, and I was literally, when I started this stream, I was going to say, guys, the way I'm feeling, I'll be lucky to make it an hour. And this stream has actually made me feel better than I have all afternoon. So this was
that's good. I owe Kathy a happy belated birthday because I missed her birthday.
Oh, did you?
Yep. So probably the dog, but
yeah, lawn dog. Oh man, cigarette car will fuck up the inside of a computer in a flash, man. That's bad shit.
You should see some of the ones I take apart.
Yeah, oh, I've seen some of the rat nests in some of yours. See, now my machines, I tear them down once every 3 months. I mean, I get right in that puppy. Everything gets cleaned in them. And I try to keep it as dust free in my studio as possible, as I possibly can.
I don't. I turn over all my equipment to e-waste, Mike, every few months.
Yeah, just swap it out.
Somebody's got to keep this guy in business, man.
I appreciate it, Roman. I really do.
Yeah, no worries. I let my shit get all dusted up and dried out until it dies, and then I tell it to you.
Yeah, the only problem, though, the son of a bitch sends a postage due.
What's that?
I said, the problem is, though, you send a postage due.
No.
No,
I would never do that.
I would never.
I took a computer apart the other day. The entire heatsink, the fan, it was just solid dust and nicotine. The board, everything. I was like, man.
And it amazes you that the son of a bitch ran, let alone didn't catch on fire. I saw one. This guy's little fucking office. He was a mechanic. He had this tiny little office in his garage, and he'd sit in there and he'd smoke like a freaking chimney, and it was cigars, right? We were in his shop, and we were talking. He was going to get some parts for me for my truck or something. We were just bullshitting, and then there was like 5 of us in there bullshitting, having beers, and all of a sudden somebody goes, "What the hell is that smell?" I'm sniffing, and I go, "Fuck, that almost smells like an electrical fire, man." And I looked at Jerry, the guy that owned the garage. I go, "You got something fucking burning in your office in there or something?" And we looked at his office, and sure as shit, there's smoke coming out the doorway. He runs in there, all the dust and fucking, he had cats running around the garage all over the place. All the cat hair, all that shit caught on fire inside his fucking computer.
Wow.
I couldn't fucking believe it. He grabbed that son of a bitch with a big pair of channel locks and come running out of the office with it, pitched it out on the driveway. And after it cooled off, we took it apart and we're looking in there. That's the way that was. It was like he had a dozen squirrels living in the son of a bitch, and it caught on fire. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. And I don't even remember what model computer it was, but come to find out, the fucker's ancient. That fucking machine was ancient.
I took a real old one apart the other day. It was like brand new inside, spotless. I couldn't believe it. And this thing's been, thrown around, and But there wasn't a speck of dust, nothing. It looked like a brand new motherboard in there and everything. I was like, wow.
Well, that's like my youngest boy. I believe he still has it. Our old original 8088. I mean, he's still got a big ass stack of unused 3.5-inch floppies. I mean, and the fucking machine runs like it did when we took it out of the box, you know. And you just, if you take good care of them, they'll hold up pretty good.
I took one apart. It had, you know, the 5.5-inch floppy, and on the floppy it said, what did it say? Blockbuster on it? Blockbuster. I was like, what the hell? I kept the floppy. I don't know what I did with it though. It's around here somewhere.
Guys, I gotta go. I love you. Thanks for having me up.
You betcha. Oh,
Appreciate it.
thanks for being here, brother. Man, you made my night.
wife some smokes, man. Your wife needs smokes.
You bet. Do not delay.
Yeah. Take care of the one. You guys take care of yourselves, okay?
Have a good one, bud.
You take good care
Love you
too.
guys.
We'll see you again soon. Yeah.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yep.
I thought he
Yeah.
never,
I thought he'd never leave. Oh, you're terrible.
I don't know.
Yeah. In fact, I think we're gonna have to wrap her up. I still gotta get about 1,800 calories in me, and I got 2 doctor's appointments. I got to see my primary doctor, and I can't eat after. Well, I'm not supposed to eat after 10 o'clock tonight. So I thought she said midnight.
Wow, it's like 20 to 11 here. I didn't know it was that late.
Yeah.
I haven't
It's
eaten dinner yet. I probably won't now.
that's it. Is I haven't had any dinner, so my calories are low. Gotta fuel up.
Go handle that.
Go and handle it.
Go handle that.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, guys out there in the chat and watching, I want to thank you all for hanging out tonight. It was a good around the campfire tonight. We had fun. I'll be back Sunday night, 7 p.m. with Sty Story. I get the weekend off, so I should feel pretty good. Should be doing pretty good. Cindy Lou, I'm doing better than I probably should be doing. Yeah. Good to see you, Cindy Lou. But with that, guys, I want to thank you all for being here tonight and keeping me company. And I'm going to grab that girl in the fur coat on the porch and shimmy my butt out of here. And we'll see you all very soon, I hope. Mike, it's been great, man.
Oh, thanks for having me up. Appreciate it. I
Absolutely.
made it up here. I get your invites all the time. I'm just always busy.
Yeah. Anytime you can make it, man, you know you are more than welcome.
Get it.
Okay, folks, you all have a good night. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Here, everybody.